Hi everyone. Just in case you didn't get the in-class tutorial on how to use ePortfolio, excuse me, I'm going to take you through a very quick, hopefully quick, guide just to show you how to create your ePortfolio and then start your start your presentation or your new presentation. So the first thing we did, as you can see, I clicked on the Portfolio tab on the navigation bar in the course. So once you do that, it'll take you here. Before you can do anything else and before you can start building your ePortfolio, you need to add items or artifacts to this area. And this is where I've been telling you to save all your items. So you click on My Items. And as you can see, I've already started adding a couple just for I have some already in the portfolio that I created, but I've also added a couple. If you notice, this is the portfolio I created. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I'm just going to create a mock one so that you know what to do. But if you look, in order to add artifacts, so I went into my items, I clicked my items, and then I go to add. And then you go to File, Upload. Hopefully you will be adding all these things to you. And then you go to My Computer. I open up a little tab here, and then what I've been doing is from wherever you've been saving, if you've already been saving them into your portfolio and adding them as artifacts, then you're one step ahead of everybody else. If you have a separate folder, either in Google Drive or on your desktop, on your laptops or Chromebooks, that's okay too. So the first thing we're going to do is, this is one of the assignments that should have been part of the ePortfolio submission. So I'm grabbing it and I'm going to move it. So once I do that, I click Add. Then I click Next. There's a couple of steps involved. It's kind of tedious. That's why I was hoping, and you can only do one at a time, which is very annoying. But anyways, it serves its purpose. So then we click Save, and we scroll down. Oh, Save and Close. So once we've done that, we've saved and closed, it'll take us directly back to these items here. So I'm going to click again on ePortfolio. If I want to add another item, I would have just clicked my item and done whatever. From here, what I'm going to do is, if you notice, there are all my files that I have so far. Now that you have all the files that you need, and if you have, you're going to see in the news feed that I'm going to be posting a list of all the ePortfolio submissions that you should have had to date for Unit 1, Unit 2, and now beginning in Unit 3. So I'm going to go through each and every one. So you're going to have a list of that on your newsfeed that's going to say ePortfolio items. And it's also going to have this screencast attached to it. So hopefully that'll organize you and you'll be able to come and add these items. And if you don't know where they are, well, then you can go and find them and complete them. So anyways, now that I have my artifacts in here, I have artifacts, I'm ready to start building my ePortfolio. So in order to build my ePortfolio, I'm going to click on New Presentation. Here in New Presentation, you're going to give your ePortfolio a name. I have already given mine a name, but I'm going to add a 1 to it just because it's going to be a different one, and I'm going to show you for the sake of this. Once I do that and I have my name, and I'm hoping everybody will name it the same thing. So I want it actually should be MFM2P. Okay, so then once I have the name of my portfolio, I can click Save. Now that I've saved it, again, you'll have to click Save. You can add a description, anything. I mean, you don't really need one because you already know the content layout. So the banner for this, I'll show you content and layout. So the banner is the title that, and maybe I'll just show you before that, we'll go to content and layout. So once we have created ours, we go to content and layout. And this is the really important part where this is where you're going to be adding pages. So this is going to be like your table of contents, right? So the first thing you're going to do, if you see here, when you click on that little page, it says New Page. So you're going to click on it and you're going to name it something. Now, these, I just want you to name them Unit 1 and save it. And then you'll see it appear here, Unit 1. Then you'll click on New Page again. So sorry, the little page here. And you're going to name it Unit 2. And you're going to save it, and so forth. So you should have Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3, because you have items to add into each unit up to date. And Unit 3. I'm going to save it. Now, if I want to add artifacts, so I'm going to start by adding artifacts to Unit 1. Okay, I'm going to add by clicking the little drop-down arrow, and hold on, actually maybe not. I'm going to click on Unit 1 so that it appears here in the content area page. So if you see, it says Unit 1. So I'm going to add a component. If I want to add stuff to Unit 2, I would click on Unit 2, and as you can see, then it gives me the Add Component option. So let's go back to Unit 1 so you can see. So here in Unit 1, I'm going to add a component. So, and it asks you, what do you want to add? Well, I'm going to add an artifact because that's what I've been saving to date. I've been saving artifacts. So I'm going to add an artifact. Now, if you look, here's a list of all my artifacts. Now, Unit 1, Activity 1, Investigation with Squares. This is one of the activities from Unit 1. Sorry, from Unit 1 that I would like to add. So I click on it, make sure the little arrow's there, and then I add. And there you go. It is there. So it's there for me to add. If I go to Unit 2, I can do the same thing. So, and you'll see which artifacts belong to which unit because they are clearly labeled. So Freyr's model, Squares investigation, your math processes, ePortfolio, and then vocabulary sorter. Those are all Unit 1 activities that were part of your ePortfolio, so you should have those there. And then for Unit 2, same thing. I would click Add Component, and then Artifact, and then look, here is my Unit 2 Freyr's model, my Unit 2 Activity 1 Slope, and I would just add them. If I want to add more than one, I can click. You can do them all in one step. The hard step is when you have to add each artifact one by one, and that's why I was telling you do it all at once. But the easy step, once they're in here, you can just click, 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 and add them all at one time. I'm just going to add one because, again, this is going to be deleted. This is a trial one just for you guys to understand. Now I'm done. So once I'm done with this, I can close it. And when I close it, look, it takes me directly back to my presentation. So this is a presentation. This is my original one that I created that I'm keeping for myself. This is the one that I use right now. If I ever want to click on it, as you can see, Unit 1, Unit 2, and I'm going to show you how to change these afterwards. And see, when I click on Unit 1, I have all the components that I added. When I click on Unit 2, I have all the components that I added for Unit 2. This is your ePortfolio, and this is your submission. Now, we want to change this banner. Remember how I wanted to show you this? Because when it gives us an option for banner and for theme, these are the last two things that I'm going to discuss with you. We don't want it to say banner, obviously. So we are going to close this, and we are going to actually go here, and we're going to edit. Once we go to edit, you'll see that we can go to banner, and we can get rid of the name banner and actually give the banner a title. So a title can be whatever you want, My Math Portfolio. Portfolio, it could say something, it could say, Fundamentals of Math, grade 10, whatever you want. As long as it doesn't say banner, we're good. And then the theme, this is where you're going to change. So the default theme that you saw earlier is the default one that it always gives you if you don't want to change it. But there's other options. You can make it, there's quite a few choices. You can look for one that suits your style or your energy and then just add it. And there's 3 pages of them. So feel free to navigate towards this. Kind of like the sun one because I'm missing the sun right now. So let's just use that as a template. It has a sunflower in the background. So I'm going to select it, Sunshine, and I'm going to set it as theme. Just to give you an idea so now if I want to view my presentation at any time, I can click on it And voila. Now see the banner, it doesn't say banner, it says My Math Portfolio. And new page, we can get rid of this and fix it. But look, for Unit 1, this is going to be, this new page, the first one is obviously going to be your cover page, and we'll talk more about that afterwards. But Unit 1 will have all your components from Unit 1 activities that were ePortfolio.
Attention, all homeroom challenge participants.
And that is it.
It's not quite the study hall time yet. We are going to extend the time deadline for the homeroom challenge. You have until study hall.
Okay, so then, sorry about that, guys. So then anyways, we are done. So this is how you would go and take care of your e-portfolios. If you have any other questions, feel free to message me, but you will see the screencast video on the newsfeed, as well as your items that should be in your portfolio for each unit. All right, thanks.